It's time for another episode of Bazar Holidays as we continue our journey through the holiday season, one booth at a time. So far, we've stopped into a woodworker's paradise and then into the kitchen where sugar cookies and cocoa bombs are created. Now for episode 3, we're in the doghouse, but it looks a lot like a sewing room where Joanne Haberlock has been making custom dog coats for almost as long as I've been alive. With almost 30 years of dog coats under her belt, Joanne is actually about to retire from her Bazar booth, so I'm extra glad I got to chat with her before she does. She dishes up some great advice for crafters who might just be starting out, and she gives her do's and don'ts for a successful holiday bazaar. And it's all about how dog coats have brought people together for almost 3 decades. So this is episode 3, keeping our dogs warm and stylish, making dog coats for these Bazar holidays.
Hello?
Hi, is this Joanne?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Joanne, it's Jordan Fraser giving you a call. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm sorry. I forgot we were calling. We were talking today.
Oh, no worries. Is today still a good time?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. I'm just sitting here, but I totally forgot we were doing this.
Oh, no worries at all. I won't take much of your time. I just wanted to ask you a couple questions about your crafts and the holiday bazaars, and then I know you've got cards tonight, so I'll let you get going to that.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so I'm going to start off with an easy one, just as I kind of do an audio fine-tuning here. Can you please just tell me your full name and what you craft?
Joanne Haberlock, and I craft fleece dog coats.
And very cute fleece dog coats, I might say.
Oh, thank you. I try to buy fun material, yeah.
Yeah, my dog I bought one of your gray sort of plaid ones, and my dog looks very cute in it.
Oh, good, okay.
How'd you get started making dog coats?
Well, my daughter and son-in-law ended up getting a dog. They got a pit bull, and it was always cold. So they said, well, do you think you could make a dog coat? So I got a pattern, and I started making dog coats. And it has definitely grown. I mean, that's been years ago. And now I don't know. I'm just about ready to retire. So.
Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 77.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So how many years do you think you've been making these dog coats?
Oh boy. Probably 25. Wow,
that's amazing. And did you have a background in sewing when you first got started?
Yeah, I've sewed since I was a young girl. My mom was a big sewer, and so it was there, and I learned how to sew from her. So
that's great. I love that. I love when craft gets passed down.
Yeah, right.
Does your daughter sew?
No.
So it's stopped at a generation.
Yeah, exactly. They don't seem to have any interest in it. So.
Oh, well. 25 years is a long time to be making dog coats. What's kept you at it?
Oh, just people love them, and, I really enjoy going to the bazaars and talking to all these people, and, it's just a fun thing to do because people like them so much. And, there's nothing like their dog. I don't care how many kids they got. Their dog is number one.
That's true. I echo that sentiment. So you touched on kind of what my obsession. So I am 33 years old, and I have been going to bazaars. My birthday's in October, and I went to my first bazaar when I was, a month old.
Oh, sure.
So I have been going every year for 33 years, and it's one of my favorite activities. My mom and I go with all her and her friends, and it's so much fun. And that's why I decided to tell this story this year, is because I just love the environment of a holiday bazaar.
They are so much fun. I tell you, people are so excited, especially now after not really having bazaars for, like 2 years. So it's just getting back in the swing again. So, yeah, people are so excited.
For somebody who doesn't know, describe for me what a holiday bazaar is.
Well, it's just crafters that all get together, like normally at a school or, a lot of them are schools, some of them are churches, and display their goods that they make and have them for sale. So you have to have a lot.
So what's the preparation like?
A lot of work.
All year long?
Yeah, it's, all this stuff is handmade. It's all pretty much, comes from the home. It's not factory stuff. So.
Yeah. So describe for me your process. What, where do you craft, and kind of how do you go about it?
Well, I just craft it in my home. Yeah, and I get my material and I've got all the patterns now. I made my own patterns, actually. So I have like 12 different sizes of dog coats.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so I can just about fit any dog in town, as far as I know.
That's like Clifford comes to town or something. So do you craft like at your dining room table, or describe for me the environment?
I have one of my bedrooms. That's my sewing room. And so I have my machine back there. And then I have a fold-up table that I bring out into the living room when I'm cutting out fabric. So I set that up out here, and then just, get my patterns out and cut all different sizes.
How do you go about choosing your fabrics and kind of pairing them together?
Just experience, I guess. I always have one plain color on one side, and then something that goes with the the fabric that has a, what do you call it? Like it's plaid, or it's different things.
Yeah, different pattern.
Yeah.
Is it fun for you to kind of go to the store and kind of explore what you want to buy?
Oh yeah. I get quite a bill before I get out of the store.
Oh, same. I know. Same here. The craft store is a dangerous place for me.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I know.
How crazy do you get in your patterns? How adventurous do you get?
Well, I've got some that are a little bit wild, but I try to stick more plaids. Plaids seem to sell really well.
Yeah, they're they're distinguished looking.
Yeah. But I have a few other things too, and I'm just trying to use up all my material now. So we'll see.
How'd you make the decision that you're thinking about hanging this up, hanging up the dog coat, as you might say?
Well, I'm getting tired. I would love to be able to go on a Saturday and go to a bazaar. No, I gotta be at my bazaar working, and I never get to see what other people have.
Do you really ever give up the craft? Does a crafter ever really quit?
Oh, probably not. I mean, if somebody came and wanted me to make a dog coat, I'd be right there to make them a coat.
Right. So, how long does the process take? So you cut them all out, and then from start to finish, kind of just briefly walk me through what happens and kind of how long it takes.
Okay. Well, I get my material, get it laid out, get the patterns out, and then the coat cut out of the material, and then I pin the two sides together. The lining and the plaid. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I get those pinned together and ready to sew, and then off we go to the sewing machine, and I get those sewed up. And get.
And I think you put the coats have Velcro, right?
They're held together by Velcro. Yes.
So you had the Velcro, and does the Velcro come in different colors, or?
Well, some of it does, but I kind of stick to black and white. Either if they're a darker color, then of course I would use black, and if they're a lighter color, I would use the white Velcro, and nobody seems to complain. So.
Right. When did you realize this was something that you could sell?
I don't know. I started out at a few small bazaars, and some of the little schools or some of the little churches or something, and I sold quite a few, but I decided this is just not a money making proposition. So I'm strictly the big bazaars. I do 3 a year, and they're all the big ones. They're 150 to 200 tables, bazaars. So.
Go big or go home, right?
Exactly, right.
So which bazaars do you do each year?
I do the one we were at.
Ladybug.
Now, tomorrow I do Mountain View High School.
Oh, we'll see you there.
Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow.
Oh, good. We'll take our pictures tomorrow.
Oh, perfect. Okay. And then the next Saturday is Hawkinson. But I won't be there personally. My stuff will be there because my daughter's going to do it for me. I'm having surgery. So right. I won't be having, I'll do the 2, and then I won't. Then I'm done for the year.
Yeah, well, those you got the major ones. Did you ever do Prairie?
I did. And I got really I wrote Prairie a nasty note last year. I don't know, our space was so small, it was so crammed in that, I sold coats. I wasn't that. It was just horribly small. Yeah,
you don't want to be all cramped up.
Yeah, exactly. So I just told him. I said I won't be back to your bazaar ever. So anyway,
what's your sales pitch for your product? Do you have how do you sell people on your coats?
I don't. They know what they want,
They sell themselves.
Just like you looking for a coat for your dog, nobody really said anything too much except probably would guide you in what size you need,
Yeah.
They start looking immediately because they know, little Fido needs a new coat, so they go through the right size and then pick out what they want for their dog.
My dog's name is Ben, and he is a Beagle Mix Rescue, and I put the coat on, and boy, did he know he had a new shiny coat on. He loved it.
Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that. Some dogs don't like them. You put a coat on them and they just stand. They freeze. They don't even move. So, but then there are, a lot of dogs. I live right across from a park, and I see dogs over there all the time. And they, now they're actually a lot of them with coats on.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben, my dog, definitely has fashion sense. He wears a different colored bandana every day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's a cutie. Do you have a dog, or have you had dogs throughout your life?
I have. I love dogs. I absolutely do. And I have one right now. I have a Jack Russell.
Oh, cute. I bet he is stylish.
Oh, he's styling, you betcha.
Yeah.
And he's been wearing his coat for about 2 weeks now, his
winter coat. It's chilly out.
Oh, it's freezing out. Yeah. I think I need to make myself one.
You make me one too.
Yeah, right.
What do you like most about the act of crafting, the activity of crafting? What do you like most about that?
I like when people are so excited about my stuff and they just love the coats, and then, they can't wait to get their dog a new coat.
Yeah, do you get to
makes my heart feel good.
Do you get to do you get pictures? Do you get to see your coats in action?
No, I really don't. I really don't. Once in a great while, I will see one, but, not too often.
Yeah. How do you describe your creativity and your imagination? Where does that come from?
I don't know. Just looking at the material, I guess.
And now, gosh, I was just at the craft store myself and going up and down those aisles. I don't know how you hold yourself back.
It's hard. It's hard to do, I just come out of there with, at least $100 worth of material, and usually more than that, usually probably $200 worth, and I'm there quite often. So
do you go like a yard of each fabric, a couple yards? What's your measurement?
I try to do a couple yards of each pattern. Then I get a big variety too. So they're not all the same looking dog coats. So when you get it all done and look at it, you say, "Oh yeah, now that turned out really cute."
Exactly. Yeah. Where does your mind go when you craft? What do you think about?
I don't. Just kind of goes on vacation.
It's kind of nice, right?
Yeah. It's for me, it's really relaxing.
I agree. I think that's the common thread. I think, there's something about when you do something with your hands, there's some sort of connection that forms between your hands, your head, and your heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Were you crafty? You learned to sew from your mom, so you've been kind of crafty your whole life.
I have.
How has crafting evolved for you over the years?
Well, I really like the difference in the fabrics now. There's such a variety of fabric to choose from.
And the technology has changed too. I bet your sewing machine is better.
Yeah, exactly.
Crafting, I think, teaches so many skills about problem solving and being creative. And how do you think crafting skills translate to life?
If you enjoy what you're doing, I think it makes it just so much easier. And you look at, I can go down to Joanne's Fabric and take a look at material, and I know what I want. I know, okay, this one is going to be really cute and it's going to work. Some of them I wouldn't take home.
Right.
But,
I think we share that. I think most of us makers, most of us crafters share that kind of, it's something hits, right? It's something strikes.
Yeah, exactly.
What would you say to somebody who, is hesitant about crafting? Maybe they think they don't have the imagination or they don't have the skills. What would you say to them about maybe giving it a shot?
Well, I think they should. I think they should try. And I'm sure they know somebody probably that could get them started. Just teach them how to lay out a pattern and how to cut it out and what to even look for in fabric.
Do you remember the very first holiday bazaar you ever went to just as a shopper?
Oh wow. I'm sure it was just a small one, like a little church bazaar or something.
Did you grow up around here, or where were you as a kid?
I grew up in North Dakota.
Oh, that's right. You told me that.
Oh, yeah.
Cold in North Dakota.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, I just talked to my daughter, and it sounds like they got snow today. So.
Oh, man. There's your market for your dog coats. Man, you could really upsell there.
Oh, yeah, I know. I could.
Do you remember the first bazaar you sold your coats at?
Well, I don't know that it was a lot different than what it is right now. It was smaller, because I didn't make as many coats at that time, because I wasn't going to the big 150 table bazaars. I was going to maybe a 20 table,
Yeah. So for somebody who's just listening to this and who isn't going to see the pictures of your booth, what does it look like?
Well, it looks kind of, I don't know. It's just kind of bright, kind of colorful. I guess that's why I do so many different colors, because I do like that. I don't want every dog in town to be running around in a tan coat. I want them to have cute coats.
Well, I can tell you accomplished that. That's for sure. Have you ever gotten any funny requests for a coat?
Not really funny. I don't think I ever have. They seem to know, I got to go to XYZ Bazaar this year because I need a new coat for my dog, and they head right to the table and they pick out what they want. They know their size pretty much, and so.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get another one now that I know you're retiring. I'm going to have to stock up.
Well, you better.
Okay, so a couple quick fire questions before I let you go. So, what makes a holiday bazaar good in your mind?
The camaraderie and just all the people that are so excited about going to a bazaar. And last year I went to Hawkinson, and that was the only bazaar I got to go to because they just nobody was really having them. But it ended up being a huge bazaar. And it was so funny because, us vendors get there early, so we have time to get set up. And then at 9 o'clock, they open the doors for people to come in. Oh, my gosh, it's just like a herd of cattle coming, stomping in there. Oh, and people are so excited they can't get in there fast enough.
It's like the running of the bulls in Spain.
Exactly, right. Yeah.
What would the holiday season be if we didn't have bazaars?
People wouldn't have unique things. I think that's one thing about a bazaar. It's unique stuff. It's not run-of-the-mill Fred Meyer stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It comes from the hand and the heart.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a little bit of love in each thing that a person makes,
Yep, I love that. What do you think is the most, I'm going to use a little play on words here to be cute, right? So,
okay.
What do you think is the most bizarre thing about the holiday season?
Well, people really start thinking outside the box. They are looking for something special for a person, or, their dog. But even a friend, they go to a bazaar because they can find unique things there.
Yeah, I agree. I really, really enjoyed talking to you. I'm glad we were able to connect before your surgery, and I wish you, a speedy recovery and all the success there.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'll be sure to stop by and say hi, and we'll take a selfie.
Okay.
My thanks again to Joanne, and I will take this as yet another excuse to post cute pictures of my dog Ben in his adorable coats made by Joanne. You can find me on Instagram at Jordan J. Frazier, and while you're there, go ahead and slide into my DMs. Let me know what you think of this episode and what you think makes the holidays truly bizarre. Thank you again for listening, and stay tuned for episode 4, because we go from high school gym to a fantasy land where dragons rule. If that's not a good tease, I'm not sure what is. Until next time, this is Bazar Holidays.